In a significant escalation of international trade tensions, U.S. President Donald Trump is poised to implement a series of tariffs that could drastically reshape America's economic relationships with key trading partners. As the clock ticks down to the March 4 deadline for new tariffs on Mexico and Canada, the implications of these levies extend far beyond North America, affecting global supply chains and consumer prices. On the forefront of this trade conflict is Secretary of the Treasury Scott Bessent, who recently suggested that both Canada and Mexico should mirror the U.S. tariffs on China. Mexico has already proposed matching the U.S. tariffs on China during trade negotiations, and I believe Canada should consider following suit, Bessent remarked. This call for alignment comes as the U.S. prepares to impose an additional 10% tariff on Chinese imports, following retaliatory measures from Beijing that threaten to escalate the trade war further. The backdrop to this situation is a series of tariffs that President Trump has outlined since taking office. Earlier in February, he introduced a sweeping 25% duty on all steel and aluminum imports, a move that has already sparked concerns among American consumers and businesses about rising prices. These tariffs, coupled with the impending duties on automobiles set for April, have raised alarm bells regarding inflationary pressures that could significantly reshape the American economy. The Federal Reserve is now confronted with the challenge of navigating interest rate policies amid these potential price hikes. The ramifications are particularly acute for communities along the U.S.-Canada border. Residents and businesses are bracing for the impact of the tariffs, with fears that increased costs could disrupt trade and economic stability. Local economies that rely heavily on cross-border commerce are especially vulnerable as businesses scramble to adjust to the evolving trade landscape. In a related development, Mexico has taken proactive measures in an attempt to stave off the impending tariffs by enhancing its collaboration with the U.S. on security and drug trafficking issues. President Claudia Sheinbaum's administration is deploying 10,000 troops to deter migrants and has increased cooperation with U.S. intelligence to target drug cartels. This multifaceted approach aims to demonstrate Mexico's commitment to addressing U.S. concerns over border security while simultaneously imposing its own tariffs on Chinese imports, thereby positioning itself as a strategic ally in the face of rising tensions with Beijing. Amid these developments, China's response has been equally assertive. The Chinese government has vowed to employ all necessary countermeasures against the U.S. tariffs, signaling a readiness to escalate the trade war. Analysts predict that the unfolding situation could lead to heightened economic uncertainty with potential repercussions for inflation rates and consumer confidence. The stakes are high as Trump's administration grapples with the complexities of global trade relations. While the president has framed these tariffs as a means to protect American jobs and industries, economists warn that the long-term effects may not align with these goals. The potential for retaliatory actions from trading partners coupled with rising domestic prices could undermine the very economic foundation Trump seeks to bolster. Looking ahead, the upcoming weeks will be critical in determining the trajectory of U.S. Mexico-Canada relations and the broader international trading environment. As the deadline for tariffs looms, negotiations between the U.S. and its trading partners will be closely watched as stakeholders weigh the potential for compromise against the backdrop of a rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape. The outcome of these discussions may well set the tone for the future of not only North American trade but also global economic stability in an increasingly interconnected world. As the global political landscape continues to shift dramatically in 2025, a series of developments highlight the intricate and often contentious relationships between nations. From the escalating humanitarian crisis in Gaza to the emerging influence of artificial intelligence in China, the interplay of diplomacy, technology, and national security forms a complex tapestry of contemporary geopolitics. In the Middle East, tensions have reached a boiling point as Israel adopts a new U.S. truce proposal while Hamas seeks to negotiate the second phase of an original deal. The blockade of humanitarian aid into Gaza exacerbates the plight of civilians, with international calls for a ceasefire growing louder. The situation is dire, one humanitarian worker noted, emphasizing the urgent need for aid to reach those in need. As regional players weigh their responses, the potential for broader conflict looms, leaving many to wonder about the implications for peace in the region. In Southeast Asia, the political drama continues as Malaysia's former Prime Minister Ismail Sabri has made headlines by declaring his wealth to the anti-graft agency amid ongoing investigations into corruption and money laundering. This move comes as part of a broader effort to restore public trust and accountability in government. Political analysts suggest that the declaration could serve as a litmus test for transparency in Malaysian politics, with implications for future leadership and governance. Meanwhile, the ongoing war in Ukraine remains a focal point of international discourse. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer is attempting to reinvigorate hopes for peace at a forthcoming summit amidst criticisms of President Volodymyr Zelensky's recent meetings with former US President Donald Trump. The tensions surrounding these discussions reflect the challenging dynamics of international alliances and the complex nature of conflict resolution in the region. Further complicating matters, Trump's foreign policy has drawn significant scrutiny. Observers argue that his administration's abrasive approach may inadvertently benefit China as the U.S. disengages from European partnerships in favor of focusing on the Asian giant. By pushing allies away, the U.S. risks creating a vacuum that Beijing is poised to fill, warned political commentator Eugene Robinson. This shift not only impacts U.S.-China relations but also reshapes the geopolitical landscape in Europe, where officials contemplate enhancing trade ties with China amid American retrenchment. On the technological front, China is witnessing a surge in the adoption of artificial intelligence, particularly through the DeepSeek AI model, which is transforming various sectors including healthcare and education. The Chinese government's endorsement of AI has led to a wave of enthusiasm. Yet it has also sparked concerns regarding the reliability of AI in critical decision-making processes. A viral incident on Douyin illustrated this tension as a doctor found himself corrected by an AI diagnosis, showcasing both the potential and pitfalls of integrating AI into medical practice. As these global narratives unfold, the intersection of politics and technology becomes increasingly apparent. Experts emphasize the necessity for the U.S. to maintain robust academic and diplomatic ties with China, arguing that a comprehensive understanding of Chinese intentions and capabilities is vital for national security. "If we know our enemy and ourselves will be victorious in 100 battles," a sentiment echoing Sun Tzu's wisdom, underscores the need for nuanced engagement with China. Looking ahead, the world watches with bated breath as these developments continue to evolve. The interplay of diplomacy, national security, and technological advancement will undoubtedly shape the future of international relations. As nations navigate this complex terrain, the emphasis on collaboration and understanding may prove crucial in averting conflict and fostering a more stable global order. In an era marked by rapid economic shifts and geopolitical tensions, China's recent economic developments signal a pivotal moment for its trajectory heading into 2025. According to a newly published analysis by CGTN, the country has laid a robust foundation for economic growth through a calculated blend of stimulus measures and strategic policy frameworks. As the world's second-largest economy continues to navigate both domestic challenges and a shifting global landscape, the momentum it has built since late 2024 is noteworthy. Since September of last year, China has experienced a notable economic resurgence, underscored by a strong GDP performance in the fourth quarter. This growth has persisted into the new year, buoyed by policies designed to address structural challenges within the economy. The momentum we are seeing, especially through the recent Chinese New Year, can largely be attributed to targeted stimulus measures aimed at revitalizing growth, the report highlights. However, this optimism must be tempered with caution, as President Xi Jinping pointed out the intensifying external pressures facing China's economic stability. In an article published in Xiaoshi Journal, he acknowledged the adverse impacts stemming from global developments while emphasizing that the underlying strengths of the Chinese economy remain intact. "We have abundant strengths, strong resilience, and vast potential," she asserted, reinforcing the belief that the fundamental conditions for long-term growth continue to hold. China's 2025 economic strategy hinges on a dual approach, balancing external risks while seizing domestic opportunities. This year marks the conclusion of the 14th Five-Year Plan, which has served as a strategic blueprint for high-quality development, technological innovation, and sustainable reforms. As the nation prepares to transition into the 15th Five-Year Plan, the alignment of market efficiency and proactive governance will be crucial. She emphasized the need for the government to act decisively when necessary while also allowing market forces to operate freely. Recent policy initiatives reflect this philosophy. For instance, in January, the National Development and Reform Commission (NDRC) unveiled guidelines for establishing a unified national market aimed at reducing transaction costs and fostering an environment conducive to innovation. Matteo Giovannini, a finance professional, noted the importance of these reforms, stating, "Deregulating key industries and encouraging private sector participation will be instrumental in driving this transformation." He reiterated that restoring confidence among private enterprises is critical as they play a vital role in job creation and economic dynamism. The Central Economic Work Conference, held in December, laid out crucial tasks that not only aim to reinvigorate the economy but also set a solid foundation for the trajectory leading into 2025. Experts in the field have expressed optimism regarding China's adaptability, citing its ability to maintain GDP growth amid global economic challenges. Michael Borchmann, a former head of the European and International Affairs Department in Germany, remarked, "China's economic resilience and the steady expansion of domestic demand are commendable, especially under the current circumstances." Despite the challenges posed by the external environment, the concerted efforts to foster domestic growth and innovation suggest that China is poised to navigate this complex landscape. As the nation moves towards the implementation of its next five-year plan, all eyes will be on how it addresses both immediate challenges and long-term ambitions. Looking ahead, the ongoing developments in China's economic policies and their impact on global markets will be closely monitored. The interplay between domestic reforms and external pressures will not only shape China's economic landscape but also influence its standing in the global economy. As the country embarks on this new chapter, the effectiveness of its strategies will determine its ability to thrive amidst evolving challenges and opportunities. In a striking demonstration of its military ambitions, China is showcasing a series of advanced defense technologies aimed at automating warfare, as highlighted during the recent Zhuhai Airshow. The focus is on the intelligent precision strike system developed by Norinco, which has been tested in live military exercises conducted by the People's Liberation Army (PLA). This cutting-edge system autonomously dispatches drones, tracks targets, and devises strike plans, representing a significant leap towards intelligentized warfare, where autonomy and AI capabilities increasingly dictate military strategy. During a recent PLA exercise, the intelligent precision strike system was pivotal in managing battlefield operations. According to reports, the system utilized real-time data from UAVs to create a comprehensive battlefield model, allowing for the effective tracking of targets and execution of strikes with minimal human oversight. A video presentation from Norinco's booth indicated that nearly all operations were conducted autonomously, with human intervention limited to the command to fire. This underscores the PLA's objective to dominate future conflicts through sophisticated autonomous technologies that blur the lines between human and machine decision-making. The development of such systems is emblematic of the PLA's broader initiative to establish a network information system which integrates AI, cloud computing, and big data to create dynamic kill networks across various domains. This approach is designed to enhance real-time situational awareness and precision in strikes, fundamentally reshaping the landscape of modern warfare. Researchers from the PLA National Defense University have emphasized the importance of large language models (LLMs) in this context, suggesting that their capabilities could streamline intelligence analysis, accelerate weapon development, and improve operational simulations. The PLA's integration of AI extends beyond battlefield tactics to encompass cognitive warfare strategies. Major General Zhang Haiqing noted that LLMs could play a crucial role in manipulating adversary perceptions and decision-making processes, thereby enhancing the PLA's psychological operations. The use of generative AI tools for crafting disinformation campaigns adds a new dimension to China's military strategy, enabling it to influence narratives and sow discord effectively. Moreover, the PLA's commitment to upgrading its military capabilities is not limited to autonomous systems. Recent satellite imagery indicates that China is developing a new class of nuclear-powered aircraft carriers that may rival the largest vessels in the U.S. fleet. Analysts suggest that this upcoming Type 004 carrier could feature a design allowing multiple fighter jet launches from various points on the deck, potentially surpassing the capabilities of existing carrier classes. This ambitious project is part of China's broader strategy to establish a formidable blue water navy that can project power and secure its interests in the Indo-Pacific region. Compounding these advancements is a significant legal case in the U.S. where two men have pleaded guilty to sending classified military technology drawings to China. This incident highlights the ongoing concerns regarding technology transfers and the potential ramifications for national security. The accused, former employees of Quadrant Magnetics, admitted to exporting sensitive information without the required licenses, raising alarms about the vulnerabilities in U.S. defense technology protections. As China continues to enhance its military capabilities through AI and autonomous systems, the implications for global security dynamics are profound. The PLA's focus on integrating advanced technologies signals a shift in the nature of warfare that may challenge existing military paradigms. Future developments will undoubtedly shape the geopolitical landscape as nations grapple with the rapidly evolving interplay of technology and warfare. The world watches closely as the balance of power continues to shift, revealing the potential for both cooperation and conflict in an era defined by technological advancement. In an era where artificial intelligence (AI) holds the potential to reshape industries and societies, the call for international cooperation on its governance has never been more urgent. China's ambassador to the United States, Xie Feng, recently emphasized this need during a forum co-hosted by Duke University and the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. In his remarks, Xie cautioned that unchecked advancements in AI could lead to dire consequences, likening the situation to opening Pandora's box. His comments highlight the growing recognition that global collaboration is essential for managing the rapid evolution of AI technologies and the myriad challenges they present. Xie's appeal for cooperation comes against the backdrop of significant developments in China's AI landscape. At the forum, he referenced the AI startup DeepSeek, which has made headlines for claims regarding its low-cost open-source model purportedly capable of achieving an extraordinary cost-profit ratio of up to 545% per day. This announcement has already sparked volatility, causing fluctuations in U.S. tech stocks earlier this year, and suggests that advancements in AI could have far-reaching implications for market dynamics and international relations. The ambassador argued that the two nations should work together to establish a framework for AI governance, stating emerging high technology like AI could open Pandora's box. If left unchecked, it could bring gray rhinos. This metaphor refers to highly probable yet ignored threats, particularly relevant in the context of technological advancements that could surpass regulatory measures. Xie's comments underscore a growing concern that without a collaborative approach, the risks associated with AI could not only destabilize economies but also escalate geopolitical tensions. As nations grapple with the implications of AI, the discourse around its regulation has intensified. Xie's emphasis on deep-seeking for human progress suggests that China views AI not just as a competitive domain but as a shared global challenge that requires collective action. The ambassador's perspective aligns with broader sentiments articulated by various international leaders who are increasingly advocating for multilateral discussions on technology governance. The call for cooperation is particularly pertinent given the historical context of US-China relations, which have often been marked by rivalry rather than collaboration. In recent years, the two nations have found themselves at odds over issues ranging from trade policies to cybersecurity. However, the complexities of AI present both an opportunity and a necessity for dialogue. By addressing shared concerns over technology, both countries could foster a more stable relationship that prioritizes mutual benefits over adversarial tactics. Looking ahead, the future of AI governance will likely hinge on the willingness of both China and the United States to engage in constructive dialogue. As the world faces unprecedented challenges related to technology, climate change, and public health, the potential for collaboration in these areas could pave the way for a more stable international order. Xi's remarks serve as a reminder that despite the challenges, there remains a pathway toward cooperation that could yield substantial benefits for both nations and the global community at large. In conclusion, as we witness the rapid advancement of AI technologies, the urgency for cooperative frameworks becomes increasingly apparent. The stakes are high, and the decisions made in the coming years will shape not just national policies but also the future of global governance in the realm of emerging technologies. Whether China and the US can transcend their historical rivalries to work together on AI governance will be a critical